Morning, our Rizvi College students. Hi, this is our video number 8 for our environmental law lecture. Today we are going to extend our yesterday's topic, that was air pollution control areas. So we will start with our one left answer, that was pertaining to short note on air pollution control areas. This is also known as APC. That means air pollution control areas under the Air Act 1981. We have to see certain provisions, important sections with regard to prevention and control of air pollution. आम भाषा में इसका मतलब ये है कि फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल ऐसी एरियाज़ जो बहुत ही हाईली पोल्यूटेड और बहुत ही सेंसिटिव एरियाज़ हैं, जैसे कि कोई स्टेट भी हो सकती है, जैसे for example, Delhi is considered to be one of the most polluted city of the world, not just India, polluted city of the world. So with regard to Delhi, there are certain provisions which have to be stringent enough so as to curb the situation regarding air pollution, but this is a kind of just next to impossible, seems to be, because till now the situation of Delhi is not been improved. It hasn't been improved because of the reason that though we have enough rules, we have Air Act pollution 1981 onto the footing of Stockholm Declaration 1972, though we are the signatories of all such protocols, conventions, but then too in practical sense it's very difficult to curb this pollution problem. For example, if suppose I reside in Chembur, this is very nearby to BARC, RCF, and this Chembur is also considered as one of the polluters, the most polluters area of Mumbai. So there are certain norms which are there, but practical implementation is very difficult till now. So let's start with this so that at least we will get the idea regarding air pollution control areas. And MC मेहता जैसे विजिलेंट एक्टिविस्ट जो थे, वहाँ टाइम टू टाइम उन्होंने काफ़ी कोशिश की है कि एयर पोल्यूशन रिगार्डिंग, वाटर पोल्यूशन रिगार्डिंग जो भी इश्यूज़ है उसे PIL के थ्रू जनमानस की प्रॉब्लम जो है वो पहुँचाए सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक, और काफ़ी हद तक वो कामयाब भी रहे. तो लेट्स टेक अप द मीनिंग ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एक्ट in the context of Air Act. So there are certain sections. Sections are very long enough, but we will be covering important segments, that is from section 19 to section 42. Let's see one by one. Section 19 says this is the power given to the board and state board also in particular, power to declare such air pollution control areas. दैट मीन्स स्टेट को भी ये पावर है कि टाइम टू टाइम अपने एरियाज़ में जो भी बहुत ज़्यादा हाईली सेंसिटिव एरियाज़ हैं उन्हें एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरियाज़ अनाउंस करें, घोषित करें. सो विद रिगार्ड टू दैट, दिस स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हैज़ पावर टू प्रोहिबिट द यूज़ ऑफ फ्यूल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अ पर्टिकुलर काइंड ऑफ फ्यूल, द emission of it will certainly going to enhance the air pollution problem. So the Supreme Court and with the footings of state government, time to time they have given enough powers to prohibit and to direct and to stop such usage of burning of articles such as plastics. So if suppose within this area, if suppose that area jurisdiction wise, if there any person is planning to establish any factory set up, so they have to take prior permission from the state pollution control board. They mean to say that way. And then if suppose the state government board is not getting the proper response, or if suppose they wish to seek the help of court, then 22A also confer this right that this state board may take the permission and they seek the help from magistrate, that is judicial magistrate first class of that jurisdiction, by just giving an application. So here we can say state government has empowered their state pollution control board in every possible manner, so that the implementation of air pollution act will be easy. And then we have section 20. Section 20 should also be read with section 21, 22, 22A. That means these are the powers of state board regarding emission from automobiles. That means अगर किसी पर्टिकुलर व्हीकल से या एरिया में, जैसे दिल्ली में बहुत ज़्यादा व्हीकल्स हैं और अगर वहाँ पर एयर पोल्यूशन को कब करना है, कम करना है, तो देयर आर सम प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर्स विच कैन बी टेकन. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल फैक्ट्रीज़ और इंडस्ट्रीज़ को स्टार्ट करने से पहले कुछ सेफ्टी नॉर्म्स इंस्टॉल करने होंगे, कुछ स्पेसिफिक कंट्रोल इक्विपमेंट्स भी इंस्टॉल करने होंगे, एंड टाइम टू टाइम दे शुड बी चेक्ड and they should be in running position, in good running condition, and time to time it is very mandatory for all the plants and industries to have chimneys. So this is very voluntary or mandatory. This is not voluntary in terms of any industry, but of course this is mandatory for every industry to have such setups. And with regard to curb in air pollution in that particular area, the most kind of emissions we get in terms of air pollution is through vehicles as well. So the Motor Vehicles Act of 1939 had been taken into consideration while having this ordinance 1981. So the Motor Vehicles Act 1939 also conferred this power, that the state board will have every right to prohibit the usage of automobiles under Motor Vehicles Act. And there are certain sections, for example 21, 22, 22A, they also have conferred the same in terms of industry, which we have already discussed. 22A particularly says that no discharge of hazardous and poisonous effluents, no such emission below the prescribed standard or in the excess of standard provision. It means what? जैसे अगर कोई poisonous effluents है like कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, मोनो डाइऑक्साइड, और फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी में मीथेन आइसोनाइट था, सो अगर वहाँ आपके आप सपोज यू आर हैंडलिंग एनी dangerous substance and that substance is not being permitted by the concerned authority, so this is the duty of occupier. जो फैक्ट्री को रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है चलाने के लिए, उसे ऑक्यूपायर कहते हैं. तो द ऑक्यूपायर विल हैव टू इंटीमेट द कंसर्न बोर्ड कि हमारे यहाँ पे से कोई पॉइजनस गैस थी और हमें कहा गया है कि वी हैव टू टेक इनफ केयर, अदरवाइज शेल अमाउंट टू पब्लिक न्यूसेंस एंड दे विल बी booked under IPC provisions as well. So the rule regarding air pollution act is very very strict, and this state board has been conferred very expansive, they have given the powers in a very expansive manner, I would say. And then we have section 23, 24, 25 which can be read collectively, that is फर्निशिंग ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन इन केस ऑफ एक्सीडेंट्स. अगर कोई एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है लाइक ओलियम गैस लीकेज केस हमने देखा है, तो अगर सपोज ऐसे कोई ओलियम गैस लीकेज वाली प्रॉब्लम है, टैनरीज जो एक लॉ था, एक केस हुआ था टैनरीज एक्ट फाइल्ड बाय NC मेहता PIL. सो फर्निशिंग ऑफ सच इंफॉर्मेशन इन केस ऑफ एक्सीडेंट इज ऑल्सो मैंडेटरी रिक्वायर्ड टू स्टेट बोर्ड. तो स्टेट पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड की जिम्मेदारी होती है कि वहाँ जाके एंट्री इंस्पेक्शन करे ऐसे एरियाज़ में, फैक्ट्रीज़ में जहाँ पर एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट के नॉर्म्स को फॉलो नहीं किया जा रहा है. बट वहाँ पर एक रूल है कि अगर आप कोई इंस्पेक्शन करते हैं तो उसका एक आपको रिपोर्ट बनाना है, पैर परमिशन इंटीमेशन आपको ऑक्यूपायर को देनी होगी. आप सडनली किसी के प्रेमाइसेस में जाकर इंफॉर्मेशन इंस्पेक्शन नहीं ले सकते, बिकॉज it should be act in a good faith. Section 42 says that of course this concerned authority officers have given enough power under state board, but उन्हें they should act in good faith, because अगर उन्होंने अपने पावर्स का गलत इस्तेमाल किया तो ये फिर एक फैक्ट्री के रन करने के लिए भी बड़ी मुश्किल बात होगी. इसीलिए ये सारी पावर्स को यूज़ करने के साथ साथ ट्रांसपेरेंसी मेंटेन करना भी बहुत ही बड़ी जिम्मेदारी होती है इनकी. And then we have section 31A, that is power to give directions. That means this pollution control board of state has also the right to give direction from time to time, such as, for example, if suppose certain industries or plants have not taken enough care or precautionary measure despite many reminders or repetitive warnings, so they might give the instructions to close such industries. And then stoppage of work which is going on, then the report should be made and immediately should be reported and submitted to central government. And then they have this officer in charge agencies who will work out and who will do the inspection, but they have to take the prior permission from the state control board. Also they have to intimate the agents and the occupiers in concern before entering into their premises, before taking samples. And then रिपोर्ट जो बनती है सैम्पल्स की, वो 3 रिपोर्ट्स होती है सील एनवेलप में, और ये बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंशियल होना चाहिए, प्लस वो बहुत ही गुड फेथ में लिया होना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स इट शुड नॉट बी अगेंस्ट द वायलेशन ऑफ एनी एक्ट इन पर्टिकुलर. सो I think this is the most important segment with regard to Air Pollution Control Act which we have covered today, and I have covered in my video 8 from pages 66 to 73. So the pages from 66 to 73 have already been forwarded to principal sir. So my request is to every student whosoever is watching this video, that I have posted my lecture video notes from notes 66 to 73, these pages. So please note it down in your notebook. It shall be very easy for you to read and to refer it. And tomorrow we will be starting with Water Pollution Act, and that's all for the day. Thank you so much class. Have a nice day. God bless you all.